Dragonbane, Secrets of the Emperor, the Dragon Emperor, episode 14. Welcome back to the Misty Vale, you lovely people. So last time, you made your way to Fort Malus. You fought a troll who tried to beat you to death with your own dog.
We survived.
But you got the troll's stuff. Now you've made it to Fort Malus. You met some guy in the forest outside who was asked you to help his friend. And at the end of the last session, you found out that his friend probably just got burnt. He's a bit burnt.
Oh, was that the implication? I didn't quite necessarily assume. Yes, fine. Last thing I wrote was just green and mossy. I don't know why. You told me burnt.
So yeah, you are standing at the gates. The gates are ajar. They are not locked. You see some sort of man-at-arms patrolling the wall.
We not welcomed in. I feel like we weren't. Didn't we? Obviously, if we can see the pyre, surely we've been.
Well, I jumped ahead a little bit to give you that tasty cliffhanger,
Sure.
but you could make your way in into the courtyard proper.
No.
That's probably a good idea, isn't it?
I would say so.
Oh, I remember the last conversation we had was, shall we sneak in? And then we reviewed what we knew about how many enemies there were in this place and how heavily armed they were likely to be, and went, not worth it.
Yeah, and we remember they're actually technically friendly to us currently, so...
Yeah.
Play along is the word. 2 words.
Yeah, you're currently +1 with the Knights of the Immaculate Flame Tylos edition.
Yes, we've got to just pretend to be psychotic bastards as well to fit in.
Pretend?
Easy for you, Michael.
I
mean,
yeah, we kind of knock and kind of...
Hello!
Hello? Does the man-at-arms see us, or should we feel like worried he's going to just fire upon us if we do just go in? But I guess we should... Kind of do a classic, we come in pieces, I kind of walk through the door. This is pretty eager, obviously. He's can smell burning of something. It doesn't smell great, so he's conscious. We've got hostages to save here on this covert mission. So he does walk through rather boldly, as they say.
Yeah, I think the person on top of the wall sort of calls down to you as you're making your way to the gatehouse. But you can, say, it's okay, but friends of Tylos.
We got the invite. We're on the list.
Mm-hmm.
No biggie.
Jingle bells.
And he scurries off to go and fetch Tylos for you.
Lovely. Is there some kind of foyer with some kind of seats we can sit on? Some kind of like
reading material.
Water. We just awkwardly stand in the.
I think everybody can pick one obtuse corporate lobby item that they wish to be in this courtyard.
I pick the drinking fountain. Yeah, the old. What it's got the 2 taps, hasn't it? It's got the white one and the blue one. You don't actually know which one is the really cold one. Both of them are actually really cold.
Yeah.
We stipulate as well.
Just keep tasting kind of both of them to check. And you're like, which one is the cold one? But they're both pretty tepid.
It also definitely doesn't have real cups. It just has the little paper cone things.
Yeah. Dissolve after one use.
Ugh. The triangle cones. The cone-shaped cones, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they might be better for the environment, but like I've never seen any evidence of that, and they're definitely worse.
And holding water
for drinking. Yes.
That's true. I'd like to put in a weirdly shaped kind of cushioned bench. Maybe in like kind of an S shape, but maybe 2 side by side. So whoever you're whatever strangers you have to sit near, it's going to be awkward. whatever other person is interviewing after you, you have to kind of sit there.
And it's just the actual space to sit was far too narrow because of the cushions. So many cushions. So you've got to just half prop.
And there's some generic like sort of non-specialist magazine like House and Garden, like
Forts Are Us, and
but like not the most recent issues.
No, like 6 months old.
Yeah,
Chivalrous Fishing Monthly, I would think.
Which Marcel just fucking leaps upon.
Straight for.
Yeah. Helm or no helm?
Dragons Weekly.
Pierre de Bistro weighs in. I thought Laurie would have turned up and start giving us a talk on different helmets by now. I was like, oh, this is what it was like when the Discord was busy, because Laurie was here. Laurie and Mikey were here. Chatting their shit. All right. So you see the remains of burning embers of this bonfire in the courtyard, with kind of the stake kind of crumbling to ash.
I guess we will surreptitiously gravitate that way, kind of. Just, not looking too interested, but certainly curious.
But you also see a half-dead tree behind a meter-high stone wall surrounding it. It doesn't look like much. A sprawling bone-dry crown covered in wrinkled bark, bare but for a handful of small yellow-red fruits. The surrounding wall is overgrown with thorns, so dense the circle of marble at its top is barely visible. And then you've got the main fort building here. On how to ping.
We determine how tall it was.
I think it's like a couple of. It's a tall fort, like castelet. I don't know. It's a tall stone building.
How tall? I'm a duck. Tall is relative.
Tell me what you want to do, or want to know specifically.
I don't want to do that. We're reconning it as well, so it's just that thing, just knowing, two stories out for how many, like, because of rows of windows.
10 ducks? 20 ducks tall?
20 ducks is it? How many duckages is it?
I think it's got it's a defensive building, so it's got the windows above are kind of slitted, so they're not easy to get into. But I'd say there's there's another floor at least. You can see some windows.
So not mammothly towering above us, but not too wimpy either. Cool.
Is there anyone around?
We're just kind of waiting for Pilot, aren't we?
You don't really see anybody around now that the person on the wall is gone.
Perhaps.
But you do hear the sort of echoey cracks that sound like mining or digging somewhere.
Well, we're trying to keep up our appearance of being friendly, similarly minded psychopaths, so we're just gonna,
kill everyone.
Just kill each other. We'll just, what do you play dead? And we'll say, we just murdered him because he's not, doesn't worship the dragons. Remember that?
Yeah.
Should have brought Matey from the forest and just been like...
Should have actually, yeah.
Are you a servant of Sathmark?
That's it. This tree someone could check out. I don't really have
do trees.
Right, roll trees.
You don't have tree spell, tree skill.
Ow. Myths and legends? No, not done that.
Isn't there a herbalism?
I mean, it can't be bushcraft because that's for bushes.
Surely not bushcraft.
That's true.
Isn't there like nature?
Treecraft, if anything.
Nature's hunting and fishing. Seamanship. That's not got much use of it yet.
Topiary?
Yeah, there isn't really.
Off.
Going to grab some water.
Weirdly, bushcraft might be the closest.
Yeah.
It depends what you want to do, I guess.
I mean, again, we're also doing a bit of surveilling as well. We're trying to figure out what's going on here, so we don't want to get ambushed. So it's just more wrecking what we can. I recall the rose ones that were right dicks when we tried to climb up that wall. So I'm more just kind of curious in the nature of the tree. And if the thorns look incredibly dangerous, or if they're growing, or if they look menacing, or... George, all spot hidden. I don't know if that's gonna...
Well, that sounds like... Because bushcraft has survival in it as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like I should roll survive a bushcraft skill on the tree.
Got him.
I'm not going to do it. I guess I might as well. While I'm here. Well, my evade and bushcraft have merged.
Don't worry, in this game, if you fail, nothing happens.
Well, exactly. I have 7 bushcraft now, so there you go.
But it's okay. It's a Mikey special. It's a 2.
A Mikey, exactly. It's roll low. Roll low, baby.
So maybe your experience with the rose thorns in the troll spire helps you to realise that these thorns are not the same as that. Is this going to be part of... I think with the 2, I think you recognise the... Because remember the emblem on the gatehouse was actually of a tree?
No. I wrote down the coat and arms of House Stone Oak. Oh, that makes it. That was a tree, was it?
Yeah. So the emblem was the coat of arms had a tree on it.
This is the tree. We're thinking this is the tree.
Potentially. It's surrounded by stone and it's an oak. Maybe.
I don't want to jump to conclusions like some kind of maniac, but seems like a done deal. So it's valuable. I note that it seems like it might be valuable to the House Stone Oak. Now, whether time is part of that, we could use it as a bargaining chip if we were to threaten to set fire to it if they don't release the prisoners.
Don't forget, the premise that he wanted you to come here was to help him achieve something, basically.
With an unknown quest.
Yeah.
We're just, I'm building contingencies on contingencies and contingencies. I've got all kinds of, I'm Batmaning this shit.
Cool.
Well, I mean, Tylos isn't from House Stone Oak, right? So
You know that.
You don't know his surname?
That's true. I don't. I am making an unfair assumption that he might not be. This might not actually be his house that he grew up in, but maybe it is. We'll find out.
It crossed my mind, but just playing the odds. We got nothing else to do, so I'm just building plans, having schemes. Again, keep an eye on all the exits. No more exit strategies are. If things turn south.
Speaking of exits, can I do a spot hidden to see if I can kind of commit to memory any details of an escape route that we might not have been able to see from outside?
Yeah, if these crumbled bits on the map are actually real in the actual game, it would be interesting to know if those are actual kind of more.
So you...
it says it on the map.
Just asking.
Are you proving my point in no more than 10 minutes since we said that?
Wait, I missed that.
It's when I was saying about maps, the problem with, building 3D virtual worlds for your role-playing games.
Sure, yes. But it's tough when bits are super accurate and then some bits aren't. It's hard to...
Well, it's a failed roll anyway, so you don't know about those holes in the walls. You failed to spot them.
Wah, wah.
Also, spot hidden takes 15 minutes because it's a...
Oh, yes, of course.
It's not a stretch.
I have that.
It's a stint, whatever it is. But that's enough. That's enough time for Talos to come. Not Talos. Dalos.
Talos.
Brother Dalos.
Skyland.
Soul.
The prophet. I've had that in my head for 6 hours today, so it's hard not to do the voice. So I'll probably end up doing it at some point. But Tylos exits from the fort with his sort of man-at-arms following him.
Main building.
The main building, yes.
Lovely.
And he's striding towards you with his helm under his arm. And he says, my comrades in arms from the road. I'm glad you've made it to Fort Malus. I was beginning to think that you were not coming, and I was going to have to hunt you down myself. Which, of course, I would not be pleased to do when there are such enemies, such servants of Sathmog still at large. And then he sort of gestures to the embers, and he's like, Dennis, please clear away those embers. The smell is not very enjoyable.
Well met, Sir Tylos. We had a little distractions along the way. You know how it is, traveling nights, enemies to slay, you know. But we're here now.
Yes, we were briefly waylaid by a troll not far from here. Don't know if you encountered that particular beast, you and your knights.
There are many dangerous adversaries in the Misty Vale. If you stray from the road, you will surely encounter something that either wants to kill you or wear your skin as a hat.
God,
I therefore...
Presumably, for the second one, they also have to do the first one. Maybe some technique I don't know.
What they say about the Reavers in Firefly, it's like they want to kill you, eat you, and skin you, not in that order.
Yeah.
If you're lucky in that order.
Yeah. Ay. Oh well.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Not Will Wheaton, Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
Indeed.
R.I.P. him not being a prick as well. Well,
Yeah.
presumably he was always a prick, but R.I.P. me not knowing that he was a prick.
Yeah.
That one.
I think if you learn about what like he was up to on like Buffy the Vampire Slayer as well, it's like some pretty bad stuff too.
Yeah.
Yes. But anyway, he said Tylos says, well, I'm glad that you have made it, and I assume this means you have accepted my request for help in solving a most tenacious quest that I am on.
Well, I don't like to speak out of turn ahead of my colleagues, but I suspect that might depend on the nature of said quest. Good Sir Knight.
Well, it's probably best that I show you exactly what we're dealing with. He gestures for you to follow him to the fort.
An excellent plan.
Cool. So,
As we go by the park, can we get a glimpse of anything of a
Bones.
not hidden, but like
you can investigate the embers if you wish.
I don't want to be suspicious. So what can I get as a walk by and a glance in? What can I try and?
Isn't that what you said awareness should be?
Yeah.
Is like generic, do you spot stuff as you go by? Or as you walk into an area or whatever?
Well, let's just see if it happens or not. No.
I'll do so as well, because I think I'm interested in the fire.
Marcel does not do being aware.
Not in my vocabulaire.
Yeah.
Ce n'est pas possible avec le elm de Grand Elm. Well, Archibald.
Mais c'est possible. Avec les yeux.
I think this is only. I think it's only possible if you do have a little rummage around. So I think you maybe make some. Maybe as Tylos goes into the building and you're last, maybe you just do a bit of like kicking through the embers.
Yeah.
And you do see a human skull.
Ooh.
And you can see that this skull has a scar running from its forehead down its left eye, which was what Matey said his friend had to identify his friend. How Ossiar said you could identify his friend Bluttuld.
Ew.
Well, that's unpleasant. It's not what I'd call good news.
No, of course not.
Archibald will kind of lean into the ear of Marcel as we walk by, but making sure not to allow it to be heard by Hoisin. And just say, I spotted a skull in those flames. It bears a scar, mighty like the one that that fella described on his missing friend. Our friend Tylos may have engaged in some skullduggery.
I'm trying not to laugh at the skullduggery. Yeah, it seems we must be quite vigilant in this place. Should we find ourselves disagreeing with the good Sir Knight?
It is at least as dangerous as we suspected here, for sure. And I suspect we should keep it on the down low from our friend Hoisin over here. He seems to be on quite the heroism kick at the moment. And I'd rather not die for his naivete.
Would not be like our friend over there to do anything rash.
We have
What are you chuckling about?
Oh, it's my
very
favorite joke. I learned it from the emissary Bartholos of the Eastern Empire. You wouldn't understand it. Requires understanding of 6 different dialects unknown to Mallard kind.
Well,
I don't know why I went
but
to
I'll take a word for it. We have more pressing matters to do. This is a serious matter. Buckle your braces, good sir. Archibald.
You are quite right.
Out of business.
Got
We
him.
in this shrouded tower yet?
Oh yes, you're in the Shrouded Tower yet.
Oh, yes.
Never seen the inside of before.
So, la description. For some reason, it perfectly answers your question, Mikey. How high it once was is impossible to say, but now the ground floor is all that remains of the keep.
There you
I did not trust the book to actually answer that question. Light seeps out through the tall, narrow window openings, partly covered by creeping vines. So I guess the narrow windows. And the patinaed bronze door is closed. The noise of pickaxes hitting stone echoes from inside, sometimes accompanied by the impatient shouts of a gruff male voice. And so what you see inside is you see people trying to dig through the stone floor and into the earth beyond. And you see another Knight of the Immaculate Flame kind of sitting off to one side, sitting at a table, sort of eating some food, and occasionally, yelling instruction to these labourers. And the labourers are kind of dressed similar to the men-at-arms as well. Like they all seem to be of similar kind of garb and, wearing like basic armor, and they've got
2 knights
basic
we've
weapons.
seen so far. Hoisin and this knight we've seen. The rest are all kind of, well, who knows? I assume potentially hired or even imprisoned.
And Tylos says, he turns to you and says, "May I introduce my fellow dragon knight, Nikleon."
Sorry, what? Nikleon.
Nikleon.
Yeah, all right. Nikleon.
My most sworn brother in the service of Eldamad. Sorry, Eladane.
I was going to say, the fuck's Eladan? Good to meet you, sir. Nikleon. We've come to help you in whatever missions and objectives you need to help your brotherhood thrive and prosper. Right?
And he says, that is very good to hear, Sir Mallard. But unfortunately, our quest seems to be to get through this floor. Tylos, have you told them about the door yet? It's like, I was getting to that, Nikleon. All in good time, I will take them down to the cellar door. That's why I brought these esteemed guests. And he says, do you know where Isadelia is? I wish her to accompany us as well. And Nikleon says, rolls his eyes and says, she is with with our honored guest in one of the cells. Tylos is like, classic Isadelia. And he gestures to the hole in the floor and he's like, age before beauty.
I would certainly go first. I think you've really got me there with age for beauty, but also what is down there? I'm no coward, merely I believe it is important for a knight to know what he is facing.
It's a fucking rancor. He says it is easier to show you, but we have been endeavoring to break inside the cellar of this fort for some time, but the magic on the door is frustrating us at every turn. We believe that you may have the knowledge and the skills to overcome this challenge, where perhaps some people of our nature may not.
There's a grid of 9 squares by 9 squares. Each square must have one of the numbers. Sorry.
Do you perchance partake in the New York Times puzzle games? I am particularly fond of connections. I am, by the way. No joke. It's the only one I can do reliably well. Yeah, so do you go down?
Yeah, why not, eh?
Yeah. Alright, so you do...
Not rushing into any to try and open any magic doors, but we'll go down and have a look.
There's a cellar, but also a hole. There's a cellar, but also a hole in the ground. Which believe this hole leads to the cellar.
I think you're... So you can see the stairs going down at the top.
Yeah, I'm trying to read the map. You mentioned there was a cellar. You said, someone's in the cellar.
Read the map, child. Read the map.
I'm not reading the map.
Classic.
I'm listening to the DM. The DM said there's a cellar, and then said there's a hole.
Yeah, I got confused because I didn't...
Okay, cool. That's fine.
I read this like 2 weeks ago, and I forgot. Okay.
So then, to cut off the map, those bloody stairs going down seem to just go under the hole.
So they can't get into the cellar, so they're trying to dig through the roof of the cellar.
Right, they're all crumbled and great. Perfect.
Yeah, which I forgot until this moment.
Cool. Well, yeah, Hoisin is as close by not Marcel as he can be to leap down into the unknown.
All right. So you come across this massive ironclad cellar door. Which is very similar to the door to the entrance to the keep. It has no normal lock. So there's no way to sort of pick it or anything. But there is an inscription on the upper part of the door in an ancient language. Below that is a tree with a leafy crown.
Same sigil as the coat of arms.
Gatehouse. Doesn't say, but probably similar. And a closer look at the door reveals 5 horizontal indentations at chest height, each one round and about the size of a silver coin. A bright yellow crystal lens has already been placed in the leftmost indentation, but is easily removed.
Does it look like it's supposed to fit there? Looks pretty snug and...
Yeah.
Cool. And what's happening? Are we both down there? Has anyone else followed? Is it?
Archibald's followed, brought up the rear.
Great. Have the knights, or have they just left us to it, or are they?
I think Tylos comes with you, yeah.
Okay, fine. Good to know. Just Tylos, we could mark him now. We're done with it. Or is Nick Leon come down too?
No, I think he's stayed in.
So if the workers stop, because clearly this hole is big enough to get people in and out, their job is done, or they still...
No, so they're still digging the hole to try and get in the cellar, but they haven't done it yet. You've gone down you've gone down the stairs to the basement. But they can't get past this door, so they're trying to get in the cellar.
Right.
Past the door by going through the roof.
We've gone down the stairs.
Basement sealed behind trick door.
This happens a lot. I don't think I'm the mad one, because that was quite hard to understand. We've gone down the stairs.
Yeah, yes.
And just door, but they're trying to get around the door of the hole. Great, got it.
Archibald will pull out a battered pair of pince-nez and whack him on his nose, and then peer up at the inscription. See if he can understand it.
Nice.
Let me see that now. What does that say?
I'm going to. Damn it! I'm going to post what it says in the chat so you can study it yourselves.
Oh.
Here we go. Which chat we're looking at?
Oh, the main one.
Of course it is a riddle as expected.
Yes.
Oh no. It's not my brain.
The drop is east of the heart, but not in the center. The heart is not by the... Oh, gone. Sorry.
I believe it's ancient Farudian. It says, the drop is east of the heart, but not in the center. The heart is not by the leaf, but just east of the sun. The sun is neither in the far west nor the far east. The moon is next to the drop alone. The leaf is west of the heart. I can't make head nor tail of it.
Or leaf. 5 slots. Say again. There's 5 round slots, and the lens is in a 6 slot. It's like a very different looking slot.
So there's 5 slots, and the yellow one is in the leftmost one.
Right. Okay. Sorry. So the 5. Yeah. So there's 5 slots. One's occupied by a yellow lens.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Which you could
It's
imagine.
the Harry Potter potions puzzle. It's like
Never mind. I never understood it.
Right. So we reckon this. If we got a yellow gem, that's probably the sun.
Probably. We have no other gems.
What? Did you say there were pictures by the other holes or not?
No, there are not.
We have no other gems.
They're all just labeled with sticky labels saying sun, moon.
Well, we need a blue gem, a red gem, a white gem, and a green gem. And we ain't got none.
Ain't got nothing.
Oh,
Tylos, I feel like we've come in unprepared for this door. You haven't found any other similar looking gems or stones in this here fort? Have you?
He reaches into his nightly satchel, takes out a green and a red lens. It's like we found these hidden within the fort when we first arrived. I believe Nikleon has one, and Isadelia has one also.
Yeah.
And tell me, have you tried inserting these gems into any of those orifices yourselves?
We have tried. Yes, we're not completely without brain.
Oh,
but there are
for me to suggest such a thing. So now
there are at least 200 different orders to this. We have not been able to translate the inscription until now, but it should be fairly simple now that you have.
Should be.
we can only hope. Well, then I suppose we should retrieve the other gems from your compatriots. Shall we, fellows?
I believe it will be
Absolutely.
necessary to get some if we are to assist in the opening of the door.
Did Tylos give us the gems, or are you just holding on to them?
Yeah, he'll give you the ones he's got.
Or do you have red and green, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, red and green.
And so there's no other
Rakdos, right? Right, Alex?
Yeah, boy. Actually, no red.
Oh,
green
no.
Is, red green is Gruul.
Oh, Gruul clans, yeah.
Yeah, Rakdos is red black.
Yeah. You're right.
Tylos, you mentioned that your compatriot was in the cells. I'll go visit her there, shall we? Which way is that? Left, right? Straight ahead?
It says, as you leave the keep, it's the second door on your right.
We go
Or
to the
left
cells.
if you're
There we
looking top down for some reason.
go. Ah, yeah, well, who would be doing that?
Who'll be doing it?
Yeah, let's go to the cells. The real objective. No, this is Hoisin's really after.
Dun dun dun! They didn't fill
Cells.
in this on the map, so I have to tell you now. Sucks to be you. So
Ah, fuck.
you
Leave
arrive
my
at
imagination.
you arrive at a small shed with a lantern lighting up the interior. Light seeps out through cracks in the brickwork and where the centuries-old roof tiles have fallen in. As you approach the moss-covered facade, you hear tense, hissing voices. No words can be made out, at least not until you are just outside.
Okay, well,
We're just outside.
You wish to eavesdrop?
we could try.
Slash
Yeah, I
sneaking
gotta
roll.
do the good knock and kind of. Do that.
Yeah, so you need to do a sneaking roll if you wish to eavesdrop.
Oh yeah, I got that.
I'll drop some eaves.
Yeah, I got a decent sneak in.
I've been dropping no eaves, sir.
Sneaking. It's all good. Nailed.
Mr. Mikey Special again.
There you go. Nice and easy. Easy sneaking. Well, no, Mikey Special is rolling low on a loan.
He's rolling a 2, mate. He's rolling a 2.
Yeah, but it's rolling the damage as well, so it's all you know.
All right. So you hear two female voices, one irritated and threatening, and the other defiant. A few words can be made out. You hear the threatening voice saying, "Why refuse? If something something, just translate something something on the cellar door. You are free to get your something out of here." And then the other voice says, "No, let me go." Something. If you something nicely, I might something you. But something coercion and threats, never. And then the door swings open, and you are confronted with Isadelia, the Knight of the Immaculate Flame.
She hot?
Look, it's fine when Opal does it. You can't do it, Alex. She's like, "Who are you?"
We are friends of Tylos. We're invited here on great personal pain and risk to help you solve the issues you're having with your cellar door. And we're here to help in any way we can. We'd hope to speak to your whoever's in there as well to find out more about what's going on at this door. Whoever has more information. But I also believe that you might have one of these beautiful gems that we might need to try and do the open the door with a little puzzling action. If we could borrow that. And a show. We've already got the red and green one, so she trusts that we can not just scamming her.
She says, friends of Talos. I remember him. Tylos. I remember him saying that he is bringing you here. Seems that you're already making progress. This is good. Yes, this is my. You can take this gem, and it's the blue one.
Oh, we couldn't help but overhear voices in there. If you've got one of your friends and other knights in there, it'd be great to talk to them and just start learning more about the door and what we can do to help solve the issues here. Or is it even perhaps one of those horrible people who, wait, I get this right, doesn't like Sagmoth?
None of them say they like Sagmoth.
They did. One of those people who doesn't like the Keepers of the Eternal Flames? We would surely like to help you interrogate and rough them up a bit as well. We've been doing that on our journeys up here, taking out all these non-believers left and right.
Sounds like you're trying to persuade.
Yep, do that. Do I actually have? I can't remember if I have persuasion. Some.
Sounded more like bluffing, but either way, yeah. Big fat failure. She steps out, goes to. You're re-rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take what would that be?
Oh dear.
Disheartened is charisma, so that makes sense. It's fine. Disheartened. Charm completely failed.
She tries to. She's like closes the door like behind her. And says, "I don't think the prisoners of the Keepers of the Immaculate Flame are anything to do with strangers such as yourselves. You are here to open the cellar door, and that is all."
Of course. Well, you know best. Did it seem like the door was locked, or did it kind of just click to a clack?
Yeah, not locked, I guess, because probably I think you see like some sort of cell bars on the inside. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. It's a shed. The shed is locked.
But did she just lock the shed, or is it? Does she close it? Did she lock it with some kind of key, or is she just? Oh, there'll be cells inside. Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's cells inside.
Let's see. The door to the shed is old and leaky. There's a heavy lock.
So she locked it.
Hmm.
Does she have the key?
I imagine so. Yes, he locks it and puts a key in her pocket.
Just, yeah, Batman in this shit. You know, you got the details matter. You know.
Have you watched The Batman recently, by a chance?
No, it's a very boring film.
You gonna go rewatch the footage from your contact lenses after this?
Yes. Oh God. Cool. Well, the ruse continues.
Yes.
What was the goodness? Oh, Nicleon has the last piece. I don't know where he is.
He's back in the keep. He's that's pretty. You don't need to like role play getting that.
Right, we got all the pieces.
Correct.
It'd be nice to try and talk to the team about what we're doing here because they want to open the door. These aren't good people. We probably don't actually want to open the door necessarily, but we also kind of want to keep things going for as long as we can. So we don't really have much of a plan. Is my concern.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun to follow the little nice puzzle and do it. You can open it and that could be just like end of the world is in there.
Lured you in with a puzzle.
There's also no real way to stop it.
Yeah. I mean, what's your options? Like we can.
Yeah. No, I agree.
We want to get in the door. To find out what they want. We can get in the door now while they're friendly, or we can try and fight them and then get in the door afterwards. And I don't think we want to do the latter. So
there's no reason we want to go in the door necessarily, apart from blind curiosity.
I think presumably they're going to get there eventually.
Yeah. Also, we're adventurers.
Yeah.
And it's a mysterious magical door under a castle. I want to know what's the other side of it.
No, fair. That's not Hoisin's priority, but I agree it's the course of action. Well, is anyone else good at bluffing?
No.
We could potentially try and get them to just leave us to, work on the door by ourselves. At least give us a moment to talk and discuss a plan. I have decent persuasion, which you wouldn't think from the last two rolls, but relatively speaking, slightly more than a 50-50 chance of getting it. Okay, well, we go back to the door. What Hoisin does do?
You went to the door with your 4 coloured lenses. You just got to put them in the right order.
Blue, green. What did we get from?
White.
From Azalea.
Mm-hmm.
What did Nicleon give us?
Yellow.
No,
sorry, blue. He gave you blue.
Blue. He did say apologies. My sincere apologies.
Yellow's already there.
Great. I'm going to try a persuasion roll, but it's a bit of a weird one. Bluffing would be better. I'm going to try persuade them to leave us alone for a bit. So I'll go a bit of. You may not have heard about the great works of Archibald Kreyn, but he is a fine puzzle solver and a mystic artist, unrivaled by any. But he needs pure calm and quiet to work his brain and his mental capacities. If you could perhaps, dear good knights, leave us to work out the solution, we can hopefully do this even quicker than otherwise.
I will attempt to help and say, yes, I'm afraid it's true. My scholarly abilities are well known, but I do need privacy to apply my brain in the best possible way. So
So could you please leave us to it?
if you could
Says
just run
persuadingly.
along there, that would be.
Well, I think I would say persuasion with a bane because that makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
Well, I need everyone to leave the room so I can put these crystals in these holes.
You got to think.
Yeah,
It's
so I
big.
can-
Would
Oh,
you
yeah,
buy
they've-
that?
They've already admitted it's incredibly difficult. They can't do it. They've said
Yeah, but
there's
you've
too
done
many
the hard
ways,
bit.
They've given up. What? walk
Did the
around
hard
and
bit in 2
pick up
minutes. No, the reading the inscriptions.
Still, persuasion with the bane. I failed the last two, so now I should pass these two. That's kind of statistics, right? That's how it works. You get.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Great with a boon. Right. Bane.
Yeah.
Boon.
Eh,
Bane. Come on, baby. Too lows.
Ooh.
No, it's miserable. Absolutely. We're getting
Game
worse.
really loves you winning some stuff,
I'm
but
just-
persuasion is not it.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
did
less-
you get for me
less
helping him?
Oh, well, helping. Ah, yes. Well, I guess that might bring it back down to one dice, which doesn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't really.
It's like, what if I'm sick quietly in a bag?
Fine. Well, we carry on. And is are all the knights now with us, or just two of them, or
Yeah, I think they'd all join for this.
fuck's sakes?
As they think the door is finally going to open.
Oh, we're actually gonna have to work out a puzzle, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. We got
For
this.
heaven's
Easy.
sake. Has anyone got a bit of
I'm
paper?
gonna- Yeah, I'm gonna open MS Paint.
I
Is that
hate
right?
puzzles.
Me too, but that's part of the fun. Okay,
I
I'm
quite like
drawing.
puzzles, I'm also very lazy.
Okay, I'm in paint. 5 slots. 1, 2. Oh, this is very bad. 3, 4, 5. 1 golden one is filled in. Done. Oh no, I made the wrong thing gold. Sorry. No, keep it black. There we go. Right, 5. Cool. Oh, I was making yellow. Oh, I made it. Oh no, it's all going wrong. You guys can try as well. I'm also terrible at puzzles, so this isn't really though. I'm just trying my best. I'm a visual
Green.
thinker. Okay, so the left one is gold. You said. If we're looking at the door, left is gold. Right?
Yes. Yep.
The sun is not meant to be there though. If we're gonna, let's go with a simple logic.
No.
Left is gonna be
Sun,
west. Are we happy
is
with that?
definitely not in the furthest left or the furthest east.
Right. Okay. Cool. So it's a no.
So
That's
the
right.
yellow has to be in one of the middle 3 slots.
Right. I'm gonna put a little yellow question mark above each. So we go. Go yellow. Yellow. It's a bit of a sticker, isn't it? It's eliminating possibilities. Okay. Great. The drop.
So
What's the drop? The drop is water.
let's skip the drop for the moment because we only
Okay.
we know that it's east of the heart and not in the middle. The heart is not by the leaf, which we can't help because don't help us because we don't know where the
No.
leaf is yet. But is just east of the sun. Okay, so we know that it's to the right of the yellow, wherever the yellow ends up being.
Which one? Which one's that? Do you want to? Which one do you want to
The
say?
red,
is
the red is immediately right of yellow.
immediate. Right. Okay. So that could be red. Can be there, or there, or there. That's not really helpful. Okay.
The
now we've got
moon-
white. The moon.
The moon has to
Next
be
to
in the
drop.
far. Wait, eastern. East.
The drop is east of the heart. So the drop has to be
So,
here.
hang on, I had something
I'm
here.
getting-
It's the
guys,
east and
I'm-
west
no,
is
I'm
throwing me
getting-
off.
I'm getting something too here.
But the moon has to be on the end because it's only next to the drop.
Yes, correct. Yeah, so we put the white one is the far east,
Okay. Okay. Logic. We'll go there. Fine. Done.
which means that
The drop. The drop is the blue is fourth one along. Blue is
Yeah.
next to it.
yeah.
Maybe. Drop is east of the
Um,
heart. So red is no. The drop is east of the heart, but not the center. So, yep. Red is middle. Red is middle. So sun must be second from left, and then green is far left. So Ollie, I'm saying green, starting left, green, yellow, red, blue, white.
I lost track, but Mikey sounds confident, so.
The whole door flares up with an inner light that shines through the lenses with blinding intensity.
Yeah, it could be exploding, guys. Don't celebrate.
Well, I mean,
Something's
honestly,
happening. Doesn't mean it's good.
like Hoisin is very brave, but he's also very scared of doors in this campaign.
Yeah.
So he is standing his ground, but he's preparing a dodge.
The door slides open by itself. The musty smell of the darkness beyond the threshold mixes with an acrid, pungent stench. A croaking, chuckling voice says, "Grotlaug is free. Make way. Time to make things grow."
Oh, it's got to be down here.
Well,
Yeah, I also thought maybe it wouldn't.
doesn't sound
It wouldn't
ideal,
be,
does
but
it?
now I think about it. What do we remember about Grotlaug? We should have known this, shouldn't we? I thought it might be, but I thought there's no way he's definitely here. Where are my notes? Island of Mist. I said the Island of Mist was. Oh no, what did you say? What name did he say? What word did he say?
Grotlaug.
What the bastard
Grotlaug,
hell is
fine,
that?
Sorry, not the guy I thought. No, we heard about the guy who was imprisoned in a
Koth?
cell. That's who I was thinking of. Azrael.
Oh no, not
Azrael.
Grotlaug.
Not him.
So Grotlaug is a nature spirit with wooden skin
Oh.
and eyes like little tiny peppercorns.
Aww.
And
The demon.
and he he's like hunched over and he like goes out of the door.
Yeah.
He goes
Quick.
past the knights who look a bit confused, but then like one after the other like rush into the cellar. And Grotlaug just goes out and up the stairs.
Person is concerned about
Where do you go?
prisoners.
Well, that's
So weird.
both seem concerning.
Yes. Not split the party. Us.
I wouldn't.
Like, this is a hard
Right.
thing to go on. He obviously looks not great, but like, vibe check. Like, does he seem mischievous, or does he seem like, yeah, this guy's about to go and like massacre anyone he sees? They don't
What
seem too
era is he
concerned.
in?
I don't think. Well, unless
I mean-
you've known a nature spirit before, I don't know. You'd be able to get a read on this guy.
I mean, like, the voice.
But he's been
doesn't sound
imprisoned for a unknown amount of time. And he
great.
said,
I reckon.
"Grotlaug is free. Make way. Time to make things grow."
Yeah, I was about to say. I think he's probably going to that bloody tree. Okay. We probably have time.
I mean, I think.
Let's follow the lights.
Oh, interesting. I was flipping the other way. I
I
think.
also have another question,
He-
which
Go on.
is simply the door that's lit open. Are, like, the gems still like really visible in some way? Perhaps we just took the fucking gems and the door just closed, like that other door.
It doesn't say anything about the gems, so I'm assuming they are
They are.
consumed in the opening process. I don't know.
Of course, they bloody are.
You haven't even got in yet.
I
Before you
don't care what's
start-
in
before you
there. I've got zero interest. I care about the fact that these knights are bastards. The sooner they're dead or incapacitated, the better. And the sooner we're out of here with the prisoners, it's all good.
Oh, are you saying you?
go in the fucking secret cellar that had the nature spirit in it. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yes.
Yeah, somewhat cautiously, but Archibald will follow the knights into the cellar. See what I can
They
see.
seem to like rushing excitedly, or they kind of creeping in. Do they seem like they know they are like great. This is it. Or they're just puzzling it out. Are they?
I mean, they walk in pretty like urgently, but cautiously.
If they're urgent, okay, fine. If they're urgent, we follow them in.
Yeah.
And there's three of them. There's three knights, right? Nick Leon, Tylos, and Queens. A lot of people. Are they all fully. I mean, for your answer, they wouldn't be. They all look fully armed and full armor, and their weapons are all. Yeah or no? Because I mean, really, they should just be, arsing around in their nightclothes. Really.
They should be in toweling robes, surely.
They should be in casual wear and flip flops and shorts, surely.
Yeah, Crocs. These Crocs are particularly comfortable. No, they're in. I mean, they're kind of at ease, but they've still got most of their plate on, and they've got their arming swords and stuff. So you're all following them in, are you?
Yeah,
I think so.
My brain goes to, this is clearly like an old ancient spirit of this house, the House Oaken thing. It's probably going to resurrect that tree. Is that good or bad? I don't know, but we've probably got some time to deal with that.
I think that's the thing, is the spirit is an unknown quantity, whereas we do know that these are definitely bad dudes. They might be able to get their hands on something very bad. So I feel like it's both are concerning, but a bit of a one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Also, and I can't emphasize this enough, it's a secret chamber behind a magical door under a castle. I want to go in it and find out what's there.
All right. Here we go. We get it.
Yeah. You and
Just
Archibald.
Yeah.
Me
and Archibald.
Oh yes. Well, I am very interested, but Hoisin is not.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
is alarmed by the eagerness of the massacring maniacs.
All right. Well, you follow the knights in, and they're standing in a square room, 6 by 6 meters, with a low ceiling, and just the smell of like decay and earth permeates the room, and there is nothing really of interest. It looks like a corner of like a Diablo 3 level. It's just like broken urns, like mud, an old stone bench. And the knights are standing.
In Diablo, I'm assuming that the urns contained like a large quantity of money. that's in like a big pile on the floor now.
Yeah, and Tylos has already like scooped up the little shit. No, they're sort of standing and looking around, like almost like in shock. And Nikleon is like, "Where is the gold, Tylos? Where is the gold that you promised us?"
Ooh.
And Tylos is like,
Yeah.
he's like, "It
It's
must
the time. I have an appointment with the Eternal Flame, but oh no."
Yeah. He's like, I have been studying the rumors and legends of Fort Malus for months. It appears that someone got to it first.
That tree spirit seems like it's been here for quite a while. I'm not sure. Chiming in.
I think then, above ground, you start hearing like the shouts of the kind of the workers, sort of men at arms, and you hear this almighty.
Turns and sprints.
Are you sprinting?
Oh yes.
Okay, well you start to hear this crashing, as if the walls themselves of the fort are being shaken, and debris is falling, and loud crashes. Okay, so Hoisin, you make your way up, and the knights follow you as well, and you get out into the courtyard. You get into the keep, and you can see branches coming through the walls of the keep and pulling down.
We didn't have time, guys.
Well,
we didn't have time.
pulling down the walls
Cool.
of the keep, and you go outside and you see Grotlaug like standing at the tree, and he's like got his woody arms raised up, and his arms are going into the tree, and the tree's like just growing and growing and growing. And Nikleon and Isadelia draw their swords, and they go to kind of cut down Grotlaug. And then literally just a branch just smashes them, and crushes them underneath, and it surrounds Grotlaug.
How are the workers reacting? Because I haven't quite figured out like if they're actually.
Oh, they're just running. They're out the door.
Oh, they got them out of the thing. Okay.
Yeah, their tools down. They're out.
Great, and they're out. Great. Hoisin will sprint to the prison cell. Oh, no, he'll via the dead body of the thing, grab her key.
Nice.
Dodging branches and matrix flipping over things.
I mean, I'll tell you this now. You probably can bash it down with a good strike with your spear anyway. Like stealth isn't really a thing now. So
not being stealthy. I was more going for like kind of a leap over the branch and roll.
Oh, I see. You want,
cool
yeah.
It wasn't stealthy. It was there's no it's all guns blazing, but it's just more.
You want the parkour.
But if you think the door is, I did want the parkour. But if the door is if that was an assessment that was pretty easy to make when seeing the door before, then
yep.
Then smashy is fine. Then it's a sprint and a leap and a spear jab and a smash.
Whoa.
All right, well, that happens, and you go inside, and you see a female elf, and you see that she is, her ankles and hands are tied.
That's sweet. Tied?
Tied, yeah. And she says, and she's just like looking in like complete panic at like the noise and the crashing, and there's probably even like branches like smashing through the roof of this shed as well.
Yeah, I need my little short spear to kind of
and she says, I don't know who you are, but please tell me that you're here to help me escape.
Oh, absolutely. We met your friends and they instructed us to come and save you. Less talking, more escaping. And again with a swift spear move, kind of slice up and get the feet and the hands free in one move, because he's cool at that, you know.
Yeah.
Like a cool little
slick.
She seemed capable to walk. Is she okay? Is she?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she was just bound.
Kind of runs out and yells at Archibald. Still interested in that cellar down there, are we?
Archibald would like to explore the cellar and see if there's anything that wasn't immediately visible, but there isn't really time to do that. So no, Archibald will have run.
Well, I mean, we could
let it go, Indiana.
Do not think this is our fight. Perhaps this is our cue to leave.
Archibald takes one last like lingering, wistful look at the dirty, horrible, dirty cellar with broken jars in it and no gold at all. And then yes, runs back up the stairs after Marcel.
You know what? I think because I'm an evil GM, I will say that as you turn to leave the room, you swear that your eye catches a glint of something in the corners amongst the urns.
But wait, what was? And then Marcel like just drags out the stairs.
These young adventurers will die for anything. Little trinket.
It's like the film National Treasure. There's always another secret door. All right, yeah, and this tree is just growing and growing, and it's sort of encapsulating the whole fort.
Jesus,
this is well cool.
Yeah, and as you sort of get out of the fort, you can see that Tylos is like standing in the courtyard, just like looking around, like getting his helm on and getting his charger like out of a stable quickly, and like looking around like.
So he wasn't fully armored.
Huh?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Michael!
Oh, Mikey.
I don't know. Check the tapes, because I didn't say they were fully armored. I said that they were in like.
You said
most
of their gear.
Most of their gear.
Yes,
I said
fair,
like.
fair. No, it's fair.
Like if you're sitting around off duty.
Yeah.
You probably put on
your
your annoying plate stuff in the mornings, but you don't wear your helm all the time.
Sure.
Sure.
Unlike Marcel.
Marcel,
Yes.
Can we just
Marcel always helmed.
can we just shut the door and like, put a spear through the door so it's kind of locked from the outside?
You want to do that?
I mean, he just said that the tree was destroying the shed as well.
We're out the shed. We're good.
I think Mikey wants to block the gate to the
we're
fort.
out.
Oh, I see. So no one else can get out.
Yeah, we're out the gate. I mean, again, we didn't search the whole place, to be fair, but
Very heroic.
it was like kind of fucked in him. Well,
I mean, it does seem pretty evil. Like,
yeah.
we have no reason to believe that there's any more bad guys in there.
we could go in and fight if you want. If that's what you're indicating.
No, just thinking of leaving.
Yeah,
Oh.
just leave, man.
Well,
Like-
fucking evil guy's still gonna get out and
Leaving without locking anyone who happens to be there in a death trap is an option.
Not a great option. This guy's still gonna come after us and.
Maybe we should fight him in honorable combat later.
Seems a bit fine.
Wait, so I think I did miss something. So is one of the knights still in there?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Tylos,
Tylos still in there.
Tylos is kind of getting his horse to flee as well. But I think
I
you're
see.
you're ahead of him.
Horses go through doors, and if doors are closed, no more Tylos.
I see.
Well, he can run up and jump over the wall. Not going to be too difficult.
What fucking? Oh no, sorry. This wall is horse jumpable.
No. He might have to leave the horse, but he could jump.
All right. Well, we could get him as he climbs down there.
I don't think your beef is with the horse. I think it's.
It might be.
Damn you,
Yeah,
Clip Club.
Oh, PTSD.
Well, Marcel runs out the door,
Yeah, we're
not,
all out the fort
not
door.
caring for what else happens to the door or any spears
Well,
or anything.
then Hoisin bars the door once they're all out with Leo. Slips a little short spear through the handles.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. You don't want him to die because he's your NPC and I can't do it. It's fine.
Well, I'm just thinking the castle gates have handles.
Yeah, they got those big old brass handles, don't they? Classically, they all have those.
On
big
the inside,
brass
yeah.
handles. Yeah, it's like the
It's the-
knock.
knockers. You want to
Yeah.
put a short spear through, but the knockers are like
Googling,
this way down.
googling. Which way down? They'd be like one on each side. That's a pretty classic castle door. Just googling castle doors.
Yeah, go on. If you can find me a door that could be blocked by a short spear,
Oh, the very first fucking thing that comes up. Here we go.
go on then.
Literally, I've sent it. Look, it's like 3 different doors. It comes up. Here we go. Look at this. We're in Discord. I'm not on Discord. There it is. Discord chat. Here we go. Dragon chat. There you go. Literally, Google castle doors. 2 out of the 3 things have little short knockers either side of the doors. Is that what I'm thinking of?
Okay.
I mean, but yeah, hey, that might not be how they are, but that's how I would always imagine castle doors.
Okay. Well, I will do a strength check for Tylos to see if he can break out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are we now waiting to see if he makes it out? Team, or are we fleeing?
No, we're leaving. Only
Okay.
you stopped to do this. Marcel and Archibald were
He's
fucking
the-
leaving.
We just don't care that the guy who we came here because he's a fucking mass murdering psychopath. We have him on the road.
Well, we're not enemies with
take
him
him out
yet.
to play.
Actively.
Oh, we are now. We are now. I blocked the
Well,
door.
we are now.
Yeah, well,
And we.
you have now made us, and like possibly a deadly enemy of a very powerful character. This is
Right,
the
but now if we stab him as he comes out the door while he's fleeing, then it's all problem solved, isn't it?
I mean, maybe.
We're on the wrong page. We don't like this guy. We'd like him off the board. He's vulnerable, and let's just
I mean,
fucking
Marcel wouldn't want to bar the door with reckless death for anyone inside. I do understand your logic, by the way, and just Marcel
Yeah.
wouldn't go for it.
He's failed his strength checks. That's fine.
Yeah. You can hear like bashing on the inside of the gate. And he fails to open the gate. You hear the whinnying of the horse and the kind of the smashing of the tree. And moments later, you see Tylos's head bob over the wall and like, "You bastards!" And then he like jumps over the wall.
Well, we're gonna have to fight him now
to get out.
I mean, 9 minutes to fight. 9 minutes to fight the most powerful character we've yet met. Cheers, Mikey.
You don't know that. He's just a knight. He's just a knight.
I mean, it sounds like everybody wasn't on board with what happened, so we can like say if this happens or not, even though we have already said what happened. But this is what would logically happen if you did bar the doors.
Sure.
You probably would know that barring the doors wouldn't completely stop him from getting out.
No, of course.
Of course.
The tree would get him while he was
sure.
While he's down, the tree would slow him down.
Alex thinks this is cool. Like quite a cool story, quite a cool it's a very kind of high energy, quick moving situation, and like it's quite a good thriller moment. Imagining that Hoisin, in the moment, in his sort of naive, heroic way, thinks this is a bad man. I'm going to trap this man. Doesn't think it through completely. Does it, and then this guy's still going to escape, and then we're forced to deal with the consequences. That is cool, narrative-wise. Archibald, I think, would be a little bit more against making enemies without any immediate strategic gain. I don't think he'd have the same heroic impulse to, this is a bad man, we want to get rid of him for the sake of getting rid of a bad man. And he'd be much more interested in just getting away from this big scary tree at this moment. If Archibald had any influence on the situation, which, things are moving too quickly for that to happen, he'd probably be against it. Alex is fine either way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that whole thing of, like, we were talking about it in Discord with me this week, the whole thing where it's like, whatever say happens, and we can't roll the clock back because someone said they're doing a thing.
We can talk about it.
We can say, if Archibald wants to do something, like say, "What are you doing, Hoisin? Don't do that," and then you take the spear out of the door.
It's true.
That's also fine.
I'm broadly on the same page as Alex in that I think it is kind of a cool story thing to occur. Marcel definitely wouldn't agree. The only sticking point is that it isn't very heroic. Marcel definitely wouldn't like that. That doesn't mean that I think it definitely shouldn't happen, but I just think Marcel wouldn't like it.
Yeah, it's an odd definition of heroic. It's not, but also end of the day, again, the worry is this guy's going around stringing people up. He's going to just do more of that if we don't stop him, and he is quite strong. So what better way to get him than either weaken him by having beaten up by a tree, or get him? I think there's heroics in. Poison doesn't have any notions of heroics of heroic combat. He just knows what's good and what's right, and what's good is that this person is hurting people and needs to be defeated. This is our best chance to defeat him. Otherwise, he's just going to carry on doing it.
Aren't you also hurting people?
How's that?
Haven't you killed a bunch of people already in this adventure?
Yeah, all people are trying to free a demon that's going to wipe out the surface of the earth, as far as we've been told.
That's what Tylos thinks as well. That's who he thinks he's killing or getting.
Well, Voice's weakness is blindly following the heroic moment that he thought was the thing that we last heard, and this guy was the guy we're told is bad, and he had the person, we've saved the person that we're told to save, and they're the people at risk, and he's the one cutting people's faces and leaving them hung up. He's not a good person. He's going to do it again. We can't defeat him any other way, and this is our best shot. Either lock him in there and have the tree kill him, or as he stumbles off the fucking wall, just fucking bum rush him and pull him to death.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably have to wait until next time for that
It's
duel.
quite a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Currently, he's just leapt down from the roof, or is climbing down the wall.
He's leapt down from the roof, and he gets out his long sword and large shield.
Any scratches from the trees? Any bumps or bruises from that giant tree?
Light abrasions.
Any weak points created in his armor?
It's a witch hazel.
Look, you've got your heroic wish. You've got an epic duel with the person who you think is very evil.
He's done evil things. We've told he's evil. Everyone thinks he's evil, and we all think he's evil. Don't you try and evil shame me. Don't suddenly be like, well, actually, he hanged them up, but he hanged them up using candy floss, and actually, they were fine because it actually made them feel better. And he's actually really good, really.
Yeah.
Really. Olly makes bad people, and then we try and kill him. He's like, "Why are you trying to kill the bad NPC? I don't understand. Why are you leave him alone?"
I don't mind that. I just don't like the whole like. But we're the PC, so we can choose who lives and dies. But if someone else does it, that makes them a bad person.
Well, that's kind of really getting into every single. Then Aragorn and the Fellowship are wankers. They killed all those orcs. I don't know what point do you fucking like. Yeah, that's true.
That is the point with the heroic fantasy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. But that's why it's again that is literally work out for his weakness is heroic simplicity, and in this case it is the fact that this guy does evil things and is a threat. And we came here with this great intention of finding out, eliminating this nonsense, finding out more, but I'll get away. And what's happened is we've done fucking well, wiped out all his dodgy mates, and got a chance to take him out too.
Just reading his abilities as well; they're pretty spicy.
How about that?
Is it going to be an honor duel, or are you just going to 3-on-1 him?
Bum rush is the word I use. Yeah. Again, there's no the heroics doesn't extend to the type of combat. I don't have to bow. And
the heroics doesn't extend to making the game harder. Heroics is
like code of combat.
Heroics is like was in the square brackets in the dialogue option in the cutscene, and now we're in the game. It's no holds barred.
I wrote down Hoisin's weakness: naivety, easily swayed towards doing something risky or foolhardy. They are pursuing heroic ends, protecting innocent lives at all costs, defending the mission. This guy is not innocent, and he threatens innocent lives at all costs. Is what I wrote down weeks ago.
There is a thing, isn't there? Like, there's a reason why, like, some superheroes, they protect people, but they don't extend that logic to like, oh, if I just kill the Joker now in cold blood, I'll save more lives than if I don't.
And most people always indicate, but they would at least try and apprehend him. We can try and apprehend him if the issue is we don't like killing him for some reason. But then we fall into that trap that you always have, isn't it? When the bad guys, again, the good guy spends the whole time killing all the minions, but it gets to the final guy, he saves him, and it's like, but I've taken you to prison.
Yes.
So that's also a trope that also kind of crops up poorly. So we can only do what we can do in scenarios.
Yeah, you could always take him to Ophelia and say, lock him up.
Maybe you'll join the party.
To be fair, when it's up that quickly, I was a bit like, wait, I just really want to know what they were up to. So there was a part of me that was at least finding out what was going on. So I've got no quandary with besting him in combat, but leaving him alive to find out more. Just taking him out of play is the.
Well, you know who would support this? I guess is the elves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So +1 for elf faction.
Oh yes. Where's our elf clock?
-1 for the Immaculate Flame, but that's fine. All right. Well, let's do some XP quickly then.
Alright.
Oh,
we were here. I assume we gave ourselves XP last time for exploring the port. I feel like we did that already.
We always do it in the first instance.
All good. Alright, we were here. We defeated nobody.
You did overcome an obstacle though.
We did.
With some sick puzzle action.
I think putting a.
Oh, what do you know? I
persuasion
passed doors
skills-
again.
Sorry, man.
Have you actually rolled today,
did.
Marcel?
No. No rolls.
What else was there?
No, I make up for it on the bushcraft.
Tending, obstacle, no big baddie.
Here, you overcame an obstacle.
I'll do a myths and legends.
Are you saying you did your weakness by trapping in Tylos?
I mean, yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? I'll say you rushing for the prisoner. Because I think everybody forgot to do that.
More so. Yeah, possibly more so. Certainly one of the two.
Yeah.
He was definitely in full complete the heroic mission at no cost, without really thinking too much about what's next. So either action, I feel like, should probably count.
Yar.
Cool. Rolling for spears, rolling for persuasion. And let's roll for evasion. Let's say he was persuasion was pretty bad. Yeah, that's how I evaded all those big vines flopping around. Right, spears, come on. Gotta keep. Are you on? Alex is on
17.
You're on 17.
He could do it. He could get to 18.
He could bloody do it, couldn't he?
Let's
Go
see.
on, roll eye.
Let's see.
Roll
Let's
eye.
see.
Roll eye. I've been rolling so high. Yes.
Nice.
Bang, bang, bang. Here's where I don't do that.
Yeah.
Well, that makes up for all those high rolls of persuasion.
Wah,
Makes it
wah.
worthwhile.
Couple of 17ers.
Good roll. Spears. What else should I roll? Oh, persuasion. Let's roll that because that needs to improve.
How many we got to roll? 3.
Son of a bitch.
Two
Yeah,
base.
just 2.
Yeah.
I'll do languages because I've used that today. Maybe that was a dialect that I hadn't looked at recently.
Oh well, I cannot complain about my spears.
Oh yeah, I've leveled up languages. There you go. That's nice. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm going on holiday, so our next session will not be
Oh yeah.
for a smidge. It will be on the
What's the-
11th of
what's the trip?
March.
What?
No, wait, sorry. The 18th of March.
My lord.
Nelly.
Good word.
I'm going to Iceland for 5 days. We've discussed that already.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then
Amazing.
New York for 5 days.
That is
Quite
brilliant.
good.
Flying on from Iceland.
Yeah,
Is that?
because Iceland Air actually
Yeah.
it works out cheaper to do a stopover. So
Fly from Iceland. That's cool.
and then our flight was changed
That's
to a
really
day
fun.
earlier as well. So we're just having to go for a day, extra day in Reykjavik for some reason.
Yeah. So good. Oh man, that's gonna be awesome.
That's quite a good trip.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm very jealous of that. I haven't been on holiday in ages.
yeah.
Have a wonderful time, all.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I've been to Iceland and New York, and both are fantastic. So
Well,
Never at the
I've
same
been to
time.
night,
Bracket
so
time.
fuck all
I've
of
never
you.
done the double whammy.
What I will say is I think next time you should all get an extra heroic ability.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's fun.
Okay, to start the session or after the session?
To
Should we
start
wait
the
to see if we all
session,
die
so
or
you've got
find
you got a
stuff?
couple of weeks to plan it, to think about it.
Is it the erupting tree? Is a moment that spurs all into heroism and to new heights. I do. If we don't find out what the fuck that was all about, that's my one thing. Like, I do want what the fuck that was all about. Like,
Well,
I
I-
want to just not know.
I will say, instead of leaving it sort of in motion,
Sure,
the tree does eventually stop growing
sure.
after some minutes, I guess. As kind of as you all leave the fort, it goes good, and it just kind of stops there. So you can return and see what else you can find if you
Yeah.
wish.
Or once we've vanquished this guy, we can just go back in and have a little nose round. See it go in and find there's actually like 100 innocent people just at the door going like, no.
Could happen.
Yeah. Or, you know, if that horse is still alive, they're like 1,000 gold.
Hey. Well, yes, if we take out Tylos, I'll have everything I need to become a mounted knight.
Oh no! Oh, no, I'm a tide sir. Actually, this is a good idea. He says, "Here we go."
No,
that's not what I said. Not what I said.
Sounds a bit like it. Sounds a bit like it.
Definitely see a silver lining.
So, isn't that Marcel's like silver lining? I mean, his modus operandi since the Riddermound is like, well, if my companion gets this loot,
I'm not going to dirty my hands, but would you look at that? Some stuff as a result.
Yes. We have this thing. It is called the East India Trading Company, and it is very bad people.
I think that was a great part. I'm going to look back and figure out why you guys figured out so distinctly that the moon was right. But once you had that, it all fell into place. Having it in a little paint, filling in the colours made it very easy.
That's helpful.
Yeah, that was Milo's collar, that one. But once that went in,
yeah, once that was in, it was pretty.
A keystone.
I'm going to be looking at that and double figuring out why it was the case. Yeah. Otherwise, have a fantastic holes. Yeah.
Holes.
Beautiful session. Sorry, it was truncated. Apologies for lateness.
That's all right. Hang on, let me get to the big map, and we'll see what's in our future. I mean, yeah, there's the Tower of Size.
Got to get there eventually, haven't we?
In the Haunted, you've pretty much cleared the whole west side of Misty Vale.
Pretty good going, isn't it?
Apart from that cave that you've heard about.
Little questy tick marks on like all of the locations in the left. Like, you have got all of the loot as I speak for this area.
Yeah.
Please unlock the next tower.
I thought we'd freed Azrael, which is Eladane's greatest servant, but as I remember now, we're going to use a sword to get through to get him. So he's kind of more easternly, isn't it? The fog.
So that's in the Mirror Lake at the top.
Mirror Lake, that's it. Yes.
Which you're pretty close to, actually. But
we've come out unscathed as well so far.
So far.
It may not be true next time.
I'm playing on the circles.
I mean, I think as rules is written, it's you don't come obviously with an invitation, so all the rules are like sneaking in and finding like the locations, and that's why it's like eavesdropping rules and stuff. You have to like find the lenses off the knights, I guess, by killing them.
That's right.
Just sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, so it's nice to do like a little social quest.
I think we nailed it. We went in there as exactly the plan. We went as friends, got what we needed without any hassle, got most of the fucking enemies killed, and then have an easier time finishing off the main objective. I'd say so far it's a perfect hit.
Nice.
And we solved a soft skills RPG challenge with one character's intelligence and the other character's wisdom, effectively.
And the other one's use of MS Paint.
Archibald had knowledge of the languages, and Marcel just had a brain to do the logic.
And that was like the issue, was they couldn't figure it out, which is fantastic. I'm that nerdy. I'm back into the puzzle myself to figure out why the moon was on the right. That's just me.
Puzzle people.
Yeah. Puzzle. All right, guys.
Talk to you all soon. Lovely.
GG, guys. Thanks, Olly. Have an amazing holiday.
Yeah, you have a nice break from me and my evil GMing ways.
I did like the sticking the knife in for Alex.
Yeah, we're gonna play D&D every day while you're away.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, good. Miss me with that.
No one telling us no.
Good. Oh, so good playing this. The best game.
Go back and play first edition, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd rather play first edition.
I was going to say.
At least it knew what it wanted to do. Anyway, it's a video for another time.
Talk to you guys.
Yeah,
All right, nerds. Catch you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.